This is episode 2. This time now we're going to discuss it. We learned how to put the batteries in our camera. We learned how to take and select memory cards and all that with the first video. Now this video we're going to discuss basically how you load the prints, your pictures from your camera into the computer, so you can take and print them, edit them, whatever you want to do with them, but you can get them into the computer so you can see them. This camera I got here is a relatively cheap camera. I got it from Walmart. They've got cheaper models. This one's supposed to be waterproof, shock resistant, so it makes it a good camera for a kid that's a child that's going to be playing with it. They're not going to take care of it like they're supposed to. And as I discussed earlier about the batteries, this camera uses AAA's, just basically batteries like this. All you have to do is look inside there, and you'll see the positive and negative marks inside the battery compartment, which is usually on the bottom. That's usually where your CF card goes, where the card goes in on this one, the SD card. And you just make sure the positive and negatives are right, and it'll work. Shouldn't give you no problem. So the first thing we need to do is go out and take some pictures. And really, you don't really have to worry about where you take the pictures at or what you take pictures of. The whole concept is seeing something different than other people. So you use the camera to see something so you can show people your perspective. So right now I'm at a truck stop, basically nothing more than a gas station. There's not a whole lot of going on, a whole lot of thrills or anything to look for. So we're going to step outside and take some pictures and see how that goes. Okay, we went outside and took some pictures. So now what we need to do is remove our card from our camera and transfer the pictures from the card to the computer. It's relatively simple. Like I said in the first video, I'm using all open source software, so you don't have to go buy anything. Old computers laying around in the corner that nobody really uses anymore. Anything. I've loaded Linux on this machine. My daughter's using a simple machine that I had set up in my truck as a Kodi box. It was very simple, nothing spectacular. It doesn't take a whole lot. But some cameras come with a cord like this, which I really don't like to use. For one, when you plug it in and out, it wears the contacts out inside the camera. The cards, yeah, you're still doing the same thing, but it just seems to me you get a better quality of a copy than when you do that. So what we're going to start with is removing the card, then I'll show you where we stick it in the computer. Okay, you can see where how the batteries go in. And you just push down on the card and it pops up. Okay, all we gotta do now is stick it in the computer. Like I said, I use a card reader, and the one I have has all the slots for various cards. Okay, now we'll wait for the computer to read it. Once the computer reads it, we'll have it down pat. You can see right here, little icon shows the computer. The card has been being read. Okay, now we open it. Then we open this. We open this, and there's our pictures. So the next thing we want to do is go to our file system, open it, go down to Photos, start a new folder, And we'll name this one episode 2. Create. Now we got episode 2. Open. Okay, now we take all our pictures, grab them, take them over here, and it transfers them all over. Then we come over back to this one, close it, come over to this thing, this icon, eject volume. That'll unmount it. Now from this point, we can go to Shotwell, execute, and we want to find pictures last imported. And see all your pictures. Now if you want to edit one of the pictures, let's say we like this one. We can go down here, open with Shotwell. Okay, from this point now, we can crop our picture. Say if we want to make it smaller or change the directions of it, we can do that. We have choices on how we want to do it. All the different dimensions. Or we can come over here. If it's crooked and we want to straighten it out, we can straighten it out. If it's a picture of a person, we could get rid of red eye or a dog. We can adjust the quality of the picture. Say we didn't like the colors. We wanted to give it a little more exposure because it ain't quite hot enough. We can bring it up. Or if we just want it a little bit cooler, we can move it down. We can pretty much wherever we move these sliders, that's what happens. And this is something you want to play with. You want to work on it to get it to where you like it. And once you do, you pretty much can run with it. And saturation takes away the color and adds color. You can make it richer in color if you want, brighter colors. Like the grass is greener. Temperatures on how blue or red it's going to be. Which I don't usually like messing with that much. Then you can adjust your shadows, which is your dark tones. And you can bring it up. And that takes a lot of the shadows out. And bring it back to where it is. Your highlights. You can do it, drop your highlights or bring your highlights up. So you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. Make it the way you want it. And if you're running a Linux machine and you want the Shotwell program, because most of them do have it, but if yours doesn't, all you have to do is go up here to your little icon, click your software manager, go to graphic and photography, and it's right there. It's free software. You don't have to buy anything. It's simple to use. If you don't like Shotwell, as we go on, we're going to look at some other programs that give us a little more capability. My favorite is GIMP, because you can do a lot of things with GIMP, not just edit photos. But right now we're just trying to keep things simple. All we want to be able to do is resize our photos and edit them. And like I was saying, none of these photos are anything spectacular. They're all just things in a truck stop. And seeing things from a different angle. That's all it's about. It gives you an idea. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. The next one's going to be a little bit more on the editing side of it, and probably a little bit more on subject matter on what you need to do with your camera. There's a lot of options that you can make with your camera. That you can set it to do micro pictures, where you can go down and take pictures of things real small, or you can set it for night photography, or you can set it for fireworks, you can set it for action, for people running. There's a lot of different settings, and that's what our next video is going to pertain to, is looking at some of the different settings. My primary objective with the first one, I'm really haven't sure, but it's going to be simple. I'm thinking more in the lines of on how to take pictures of people and pets. So if you like the video and see the value in it, like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you.